Hi, I'm Tara Radigan, and I'm an associate with the Parker Law Group in the Bankruptcy Division. And today we're here to discuss some of the important aspects of bankruptcy law in Florida. The textbook definition of bankruptcy is when one's debts outweigh their assets. Yes, bankruptcy is actually federally mandated. It is provided for in the Constitution, but each state has its own bankruptcy laws. If someone has large amounts of credit card debt, or if they have a lot of medical bills, or if they're facing several judgments against them for large sums of money, that's really when they're going to need to seek counsel. Bankruptcy is really an individual decision, so it's really going to depend on each person's unique circumstances. But if you know that you have an insurmountable amount of debt, or an amount of debt that you know that paying every month, you're still never going to work your way out of that hole, then you definitely need to consider filing bankruptcy. The numbers are based on the Federal Bankruptcy Code. Chapter 7 is kind of referred to as a liquidation bankruptcy. It's when the majority of your debts can be completely liquidated. Chapter 13, on the other hand, is kind of a reorganization where people's debts are taken into consideration and we formulate a plan for paying back each of those debts over an extended period of time. Under Chapter 7, there are several things that you cannot liquidate or cannot get rid of. For example, tax liens, child support obligations, many student loan obligations. You're not going to be able to discharge those under Chapter 7. But unsecured debt, like credit card debt or medical bills, those will be able to, you will be able to take care of those under Chapter 7. In Florida, under the bankruptcy laws, you're allowed a certain number of exemptions. These are things that you are allowed to keep up to a certain amount of money that the bankruptcy trustee will not take into account when he puts everything together to pay off your creditors. For example, you are allotted $1,000 in personal property. This may not seem like a lot when you look around your house, but it's based on garage sale or pawn shop value. You're also allowed $1,000 toward a vehicle. If you have a vehicle that might be worth more than $1,000, there is a little bit of leeway depending on whether or not you decide to keep your house as an exemption. In Florida, if you have lived in your home for a certain period of time, you're allowed an unlimited homestead exemption, which means you can keep paying on your home and stay in your home, and it does not become part of your bankruptcy estate. If you decide not to keep your home and let it either go into foreclosure or give it back to the bank, you are given what's called a super exemption. That will allot you $4,000 as kind of an extra exemption that you're allowed to put toward either personal property or it can be put toward a vehicle. At the Parker Law Group, we have several attorneys that specialize in bankruptcy, and we would be more than happy to speak with you. You can reach us on the web at www.callladyjustice.com, or if you're in Sarasota, our number is 941-341-9774, or we also have a toll-free number, 1-877-LADY-JUSTICE. The Parker Law Group could be your lifesaver, so turn to us now.